Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We're going to go through the rules of Noon Sakin and Tanween while we are waiting to start the class. And we need to look at these rules of reading. Okay, we need to apply them. So what I want to draw your attention to is that these are the rules of Noon Sakin and Tanween. Okay, Noon Sakin and Tanween. And the most important thing to remember is it's about how we read a certain sound. That sound is the n sound, the sound made by the letter N. Okay? Noon Sakin and Tanween. So let's find the Noon Sakin and Tanween. So here is the Tanween here. Let's have a look here. There's a Tanween there. Okay? That's an n sound. Where's the Tanween in the next example down here? Or the Noon Sakin. There's the N sound there on that Tanween there. An, hudan, an. So the first one is sawa, un. It's an un sound, okay? Let's find it here. Here it's man, the word man. Here you'll find with Noon Sakin, you tend to have a separate word. Man, min, an. It tends to be prepositions. And where's the Tanween here? Up here in C. It's here. There's the Tanween, un, summun, un, it ends in un. And where is the N sound here? It's here on the Noon Sakin, okay? So now we've established that all of these are either Noon Sakin or Tanween, okay? Which is an N sound, the letter N, okay? Now, the letter N might not change at all, or it might change a little bit or a lot, depending on what comes after it. So I need your help for this. So I'm going to ask somebody to unmute.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa Islam, Adila. Now, Adila beta, you've got to tell me the way that we read this un sound on the hamza, sawa, un. What letter comes after that tanween? What letter? What's the first letter that comes after it?
Ain.
Ain. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Okay, ain. Oh, let's see. Can I do that? Ain. There you go. Okay. So we're talking about this letter here. And these letters, ain is one of these 6 letters. What are these 6 letters called?
Haruful halki.
Excellent. Haruful halki. What does that mean? Do you know letters of the? Do you remember?
Letters of the throat.
Very good. Letters of the throat. Now, these letters of the throat, do they affect the N sound? Do they have any effect on it?
Yes.
Well, actually,
they should be read clearly.
Clearly. And yeah, it should be read clearly. So what that means really is that there's no effect at all. That you read it, you read the un as you see it, okay? So these letters, if the Noon Sakin or Tanween are followed by any of these 6 letters, you read it clearly. What's the name of that rule, beta?
Izhaar.
Izhaar means just you read it clearly. Now, could you read this phrase for me, please?
Okay. Sawa'un alayhim.
Excellent, Jazakumullah. You were very helpful. You knew all the right answers. And the important thing is you read it correctly. Jazakumullah, Adila. Now I'm going to go on to somebody else. And I'm going to ask you to, now only unmute if you think you can help me and you understand these rules, okay? So I'm going to ask somebody else to unmute to help me with rule number, with B.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa Islam, Uzma. Now, Uzma, you're going to tell me about rule B. Now, when first of all, the N sound, when it is followed by these 6 letters, what happens? What happens?
You merge.
Merge, yes, the N sound blends in. It blends in. So we don't read it clearly, do we? It blends in to the next letter, okay? And with two of these letters, right, it blends completely, they disappear completely. And in the other letters, it's left with a gunna sound, okay? So you're going to tell me, there's a way of remembering these letters. The letters are ya, ra, mim, lam, waw, and noon. And how do we remember them? What word? What acronym?
Yarmaloon.
Yarmaloon, okay? So that's the letters of Idghaam merging. So if they follow the N sound, the N sound will merge or blend into them. And the name of this rule is what?
Idghaam Kamil.
Idghaam. What Idghaam Kamil refers to which letters?
Ra and Lam.
Ra and Lam, okay? So when Noon Sakin or Tanween are followed by a Lam or a Ra, it just goes completely inside it. Could you say this word for me, please?
Lil Muttaqin.
Good, and it completely disappeared. Now, however, if the same thing is happening here, but it's producing a slightly different sound because of the nature of the ya, noon, mim, and waw in relation to the noon sakin. So it does blend in, but we're left with a 2-count nasal sound. What's the name of that 2-count nasal sound? Hunna. That means you've got to hold it for 2. So could you say this? So that's the ya, noon, mim, and waw, yanmu. So when Noon Sakin or Tanween are followed by any of these 4 letters, could you give us an example of the sound with this? I just heard that. Yeah, major, not major qulu, because you didn't hold it for 2, but you did the gunna. You said major qulu. Excellent. Jazakumullah. Thank you for your help. I hope you're reading. I hope you are reading with that rule. I'm going to ask somebody else to unmute.
Assalamualaikum.
Right, Haris beta, tell me about this rule.
Assalamualaikum.
Yes, who's that? Hang on. I've got 2 people. Hang on a minute. Homel, I'll tell you what. Homel, you tell me about Ikhfaa, and Haris, tell me about Iqlaab.
Iqlaab. Can I stop?
Yes, please.
So Iqlaab is where there's a meme or shaddad, first tanween, and next to it there is a meme. That there is a ba. So you make it sound and it will replace the
Okay, so the N sound here, mun, here, is followed by a ba, and it produces a meme sound. I've actually got 2 meme sounds here, okay? So you're replacing it, Iqlaab, and it's because there's a ba. So could you say this word with there's actually 2 hunnas here. There's one here and there's one here. Can you say them?
Mun.
Good. You can hold it for longer. Sum, bukmun. Again? Jazakumullah, Haris, for that. Humel?
Assalamualaikum.
Humel, that just leaves us with a leftover of 15 letters, right? And we don't have to learn them, right? We just know them because they're not any of these. And what's the name of this rule?
This name of rule is Ikhfaa.
Ikhfaa. And this is when Noon Saakin or Tanween is followed by any of the other ones, right? So could you say that? So one of these would be za. Could you please read this one?
What do you say again?
Could you read this phrase here, beta?
Okay. Unzila.
Good. Well, you held it. So we want to, it's not an N sound, it's more of a humming sound. So don't make your tongue touch anything, right?
Unzila.
Beautifully read. Jazakumullah. Very nicely done. Okay, so that's what we're doing today. We're revising. Jazakumullah. So I would like to ask Inaya, it's 6 o'clock now. Inaya, are you there?
Assalamualaikum.
Hi, Islam, Inaya. And I'm just going to remind everybody, Inaya, that the rules that we just did, we're going to have a quiz on it. ACL is going to give us a quick explanation revision, and then we're going to have a quiz. And they can also look out for that rule in what you're going to read. Are you ready to read, Beta?
Yes.
Okay, I want everybody to read along with Inaya, even if you are on mute. Read it out loud just like she is. Okay, Beta, you may begin.
Okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
Very nice, very accurately read. Jazakumullah beta. Thank you very much. Are you going to come back and do the dua at the end?
Yes.
Excellent. Jazakumullah for that. And I hope all of you were reading along as well with Inaya. Can I just remind everybody to have their ID on display correctly? Very quickly as well, everybody should have, put your hands up if you received the exam email. We've made life a lot easier for you. You don't have to actually reply to it, I don't think. Is ACL there? I don't know.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum. I'm sorry.
Bye, Islam. So they don't need to reply to these emails, do
No,
they?
it's optional. It's optional. They can reply if they like to. I know some of the students have replied.
Okay, yeah, sorry. So this time we make it so easy for you. All you have to do is open your email, make a note of the date and the time, turn up 10-15 minutes before the exam, and you don't have to email us back, okay? But that means that we are assuming that you're going to turn up. If there is any problem with that date, something really, really urgent, and you cannot make it, you must email immediately. But I'm assuming that everybody's happy with the date if they haven't emailed. Okay, so this weekend, be ready for your midterm exams. This is going to be one of the rules. You heard Inaya reading with this rule. It is, well, she read with 2 rules of Noon Sakin and Tanween in Surah Falaq. She read with Ikhfaa, min sharri. Okay, the sound of the Noon Sakin changed because of the sheen. And she read with Izhaar. Okay, she read it clearly. She read it with a gunna hidden, and she read it clearly. And now we're going to have ACL explaining to us how we can tell which rule it's going to be. Over to you, ACL.
Jazakumullah. So I'm just going to share my PowerPoint just to wake you up all. So let's have a quick recap of Noon Sakin and Tanween rules. MCL, am I doing this solo today?
Oh no, we can I might interrupt and come in. Well, first of all, you're going to tell us first of all what these rules are, right?
Yes, sure. Yeah. So Noon Sakin is very special. Why? Because there are 4 ways of pronouncing it, or we can say there are 4 rules of pronouncing Noon Sakin. And we've covered them all, and let's have a quick recap. So firstly, we'll give you the names. Then we're going to tell you which letters each rule is applied to. And then we'll explain to you how the rule is applied. So the very first rule of we learned was Izhaar. And that means that Izhaar means to read something clearly in terms of tajweed. Secondly, this is not new to you. It's known as Idghaam Naqis, partial merging, and you've learned this at Nazirah level 1. So there are 2 types. The second one is Idghaam Kamil, which is complete merging. And we're talking about the N sound, the merging of N sound. So the second one we already learned, so it's just revising. The third new rule we've learned was Iqlaab. And Iqlaab means to exchange. So we exchange the sound of Noon Sakin with another letter, Mim Sakin. And finally, we learned Ikhfaa, and we said Ikhfaa means to hide. What are we hiding? Not money or anything. We're hiding the N sound. And we said it's the most frequent one because it is applied to 15 letters. So this is the one we want you to really concentrate and make sure that you know these, okay? So let's see. So these 4 rules are, we decide on which rule we're going to apply by simply looking at the letters which come after Noon Sakin. So when do we apply Izhaar? So when Noon Sakin is followed by these letters, 6 letters, we read Noon Sakin clearly. And these are known as Huruful Izhaar or Huruful Halaqi, because that's what the sound of these letters is produced from our throat. So Huruful Halaqi. So what that means is that when you have Noon Sakin followed by any of these letters, you read Noon Sakin as it is. Now I'll let you know a little secret. For a very long time, I did this for 26 letters. I read Noon Sakin clearly, apart from, of course, our Mim Mushaddat and Noon Mushaddat. But now we know that this is no longer the case. We can only do that for these 6 letters. Okay, The next rule, I think we already know. Let's have a quick revising of that. Idghaam and Naqis. And we have 4 letters for which we do that. It's Ya Mushaddad, Noon Mushaddad, Meen Mushaddad, and Waw Mushaddad. And we memorize the letters as Yanmu. It's the easy way to remember these 4 letters. And for the second type of Idghaam Kamil, there are only 2 letters, Ra and Lam. If we say when they are Mushaddad, that's when we do Idghaam Kamil. Then we learned Iqlaab. Iqlaab is very easy. Why? Because it's only applied to 1 letter, and you're looking out for letter Ba. And the Sakin letter, Noon Sakin, or any letter which will have Tanween, will have a little Meem on top. So we'll just ignore Noon Sakin. We will change the sound from Noon Sakin to Meem Sakin. And then finally we learned Ikhfaa, and we said it's applied for 15 remaining letters. Now, the good news is that for Ikhfaa, you don't need to memorize the letters. If you know your letters of Izhar, your 6 letters of Idghaam and Ba, and the rest of the letters, we just do Ikhfaa. So, how do we apply the rule to our recitation? In other words, how do we pronounce Noon Sakin for Izhar? As we said earlier, we read it clearly, no ghunna, okay? We read it like we would read any Sakin letter is read. So, An, for example. For Idghaam and Naqis, we do ghunna. So, for example, if we have, excuse my writing, let's say we've got Ya Mushaddad after Noon Sakin, we will say Maya, okay? That's what we call ghunna. And for Idghaam Kamil, we said there's no ghunna, so Noon Sakin followed by, let's say, La, we'll say Milla. For Iqlaab, Mim Sakin with light ghunna. For example, in Surah Fil, we have Tarmihim Bihijara, okay? Tarmihim, so we're going to prolong the meme. Have I got this example right, MCL?
I think that might be shuffle-y.
Yes, sorry.
If we did the summum bukmun at the top,
yeah.
I don't know if you've got those ones. Summum bukmun, that one. There's that one. Sorry, we've got lots of gunnas coming all over the place. It's a bit confusing. Sorry.
Okay, here you go, guys. Yeah.
Because that's also a meme mushaddad that might confuse them, but that's
okay. We'll leave it. We'll give you examples in your handout, inshallah. We don't want to confuse you all. Okay, let's clear all this. Right then, finally for Ikhfaa, what do? We hide the end sound, and we do light gunna while we're hiding the end sound. For example, in Surah Baqarah, we say unzila. Okay, so we do not pronounce the end sound; we hide it.
I tell you what, though, the good example for Iqlaab is probably Anbiya, right?
Yeah.
Anbiya, prophets. The word for prophets.
Yes.
Biya. Okay, we can show them another time, but I'm sure this is all a recap, right? And I'm sure they were all paying attention, and it's all come back to them, and now they're going to get ready for your quiz, right?
Yes. Okay, so let's run the quiz now. So as always, you will get your options on your screen. So best of luck, teachers. You can join as well. So here comes my first question. What does Noon Sakin mean? Noon bearing shadda, or is it Noon bearing fatha, or Noon bearing sukoon?
And can we have as many people as possible? There's 122 of you in here. And at the moment, I've only got about 70, 82 people. Come on, people. Let's all have a go. Do they have to, is it at the bottom where it says polls? Yeah. Should we?
Yes.
Yeah. So at the bottom of your screen, on the, it says polls, and you've got to click on where it says polls, and then click, and the options come in front of you, and you press on it. Okay. So if you've not done that now, could you do that? Only 87 of you have done it. It's 121 of us here. So click on that. Okay, but anyway, you can tell us the results and the right answer, please.
Okay, and are they going for option C by any chance?
They went for option C, 82%.
Excellent, well done. Okay, yeah, they were right. Sorry. So I'm sorry, I can't see the poll. So if you let us know what the majority went for, I'll reveal the answer then.
Okay, inshallah, yeah.
Okay, my second question is, how many rules of Noon Sakin and Tanween are there? Are there 2, 3, or 4?
Okay, it's going to be coming up soon. Have we got the question up?
No, they haven't got the answers yet.
Here it is. Here it is. So let's go. And let's see. Okay, look, 79%. Come on, 8. Come on, more of you need to answer this question. Right, so we've got 80 out of 87 or so people, 66%, just over half, have said 4.
Okay, let's see if they're right. Oh, dear me, it's right. It's actually 4. I think there's something wrong with my translation. Do apologize for this. 4.
It is 4. It is 4. Okay, correct. It's 4. It's 4.
Yes, the answer is 4. Let's move on to next question. Izhaar means to read the N sound clearly. Is it true or false?
Okay, people. Okay, so what do you go for? 92% of you, not many people have answered this, only half of you, 63. 92% of you have said true.
Okay, let's see. Okay, the answer is true. Yeah, Izhaar means to read clearly. Okay, next question. The 6 letters of Izhaar, letters of the throat or huruful halaqi are A, this one, Ya, Waw, Noon, Mim, Ra, Lam, or these, option B or C. If I say these out, it will take longer. So choose wisely, students.
Okay.
Huruful Izhaar.
So again, look, press on the thing that says polls at the bottom and have a go answering this question. And that's 77% said B.
Okay, let's see if they're right. Yes, the answer is B. Excellent. Okay, next question is Idghaam means to A, merge or combine, or read clearly. So what does Idghaam mean?
So keep answering the question. I'm sure most of you could have a go at this one. So 90% of them said A, merge, combine.
Okay, let's find out. Yes, they've got it right. Excellent. Okay, question 6. How many types of Idghaam are there? 3, 2, or 6?
Okay, so the majority, that's 70% have said 2 types of Idghaam.
Okay, let's see if they're right. Yes, well done. So 70 is that's 30% of you need to learn this, right? Let's move on to next question. The following type of Idghaam is applied when Noon Sakin or Tanween are followed by Ya Mushaddad, Noon Mushaddad, Mi Mushaddad, and Wa Mushaddad. So the following type of Idghaam is the Idghaam Naqis or Idghaam Kamil.
Okay, well, we're getting quite a high number. That's 80% saying Idghaam Naqis with Ya.
Let's find out. Let's see if the majority of you are right. Yes, you're right. It is Idghaam Naqis. Well done. Okay, question 8. Which type of Idghaam is applied when Noon Sakin or Tanween are followed by Ra Mushaddad and La or La Mushaddad? Is it Idghaam Naqis or Idghaam Kamil?
So a high number of you, that's 96%, are saying that Ra and La Mushaddad are letters of Idghaam Kamil.
Okay, let's find out if they're right. Oh my goodness, it is Idghaam Kamil. I do apologize. this is Zoom messing with my PowerPoint today. We'll blame the technology today.
It's B, okay?
It is B, Idghaam Kamil. Okay, the question 9. The rule of Iqlaab is applied when Noon Sakin or Tanween are followed by the letter Ba. Is it true or false?
The clue is in the word Iqlaab, okay? So let's see, you've got 95% saying this is true.
Let's see if they're right. Excellent. Yes, they are. Well done to over 90% of you. You were listening. Okay, question 10. How many letters of Ikhfaa are there? 6, 7, or 15?
Okay, so we're getting the majority, which is 67% saying C, 15 letters of Ikhfaa.
Okay, let's see if they're right. Yes, there are 15 letters, so it's the most frequent one. Excellent. Okay, question 11. Ikhfaa is applied as follows. A, you pronounce N sound with no gunna, or B, hide N sound and with light gunna. So how do we apply the rule of Ikhfaa?
And the majority, which is 85%, say you hide it with the N sound with light gunna for Ikhfaa.
Okay, let's see if the majority is right. Yes, they are. Okay, excellent. That was the end of the quiz. Jazakumullah for taking part. I hope you got most of the questions right. And I believe we're ready now to go into our breakout rooms, and then we'll come back for the
Yeah, and just very quickly, Jazakumullah for that. ACL has made this quiz, and what we've done is we've tried to make it available to you. So can you see here, we've put the answers on one of the slides at the end. So what you can have for today's slides, we'll get, your teacher can give them to you if you want to test yourself for your test. But you know, if you want to test yourself when you're revising. You can have the ones from day 2 as well, but I will need to get those answers out to them if they want to test themselves, right? But they're also available as well. And then tomorrow, inshallah, we'll get some fresh slides. So the important thing is learn the rules with these revision slides, but you must read with them. And that's what we're going to do now in our breakout rooms. Don't forget to come back afterwards. Okay? Jazakumullah, ACL.
Jazakumullah.